Welcome to the Kickstart Your Coaching Edge podcast, where it's all about getting real around all things coaching.
And what we know for sure is that what got you here won't get you there.
You can't see the spinach in your own teeth.
And finally, hang on, because this one's really deep. Once you realize that you are the traffic, everything makes complete and unadulterated sense.
Hey, Kara, I think it's a little time for some TFAR.
It's always time for TFAR.
All right, so just bringing everybody up to speed. TFAR is your thoughts create your feelings create your actions therefore create your results. And Karen and I have talked about TFAR again and again and again and everything that we do for years and years and years and years. And today we're going to relate TFAR to stress tolerance. Sound good, Karen?
Sounds absolutely wonderful, Jen.
Okay. So the interesting thing about stress is not created by an event itself. It is created by our thinking about the event itself. So what I mean is that situations happen in the world, right? They happen in our lives. The way we think about the situation is going to determine whether or not we have a stressful reaction to it. Okay. So a situation can happen to 5 different people, and 5 people will have a different reaction to the situation based on the way they think about it. So part of this is about separating situations from our thoughts. It's separating fact from fiction. It's separating what is versus the meaning that we attach to it. Because if we have a thought about a situation that this is horrible, we're doomed, this is going to be awful, I am fearful about the outcome, the worst thing that can happen is X, Y, and Z. Those are the thoughts that are creating the stress.
You know what, Jen, this just makes me think so much. And I know we talk about this again and again and again, but if you really think about things, like in life, the only thing we really have control over is our thoughts, right? Things come at us. And I mean, I know in the last segment, we were talking about the waves and learning to surf because the waves are going to keep coming. And if you think about your thoughts without overthinking your thoughts, we have 60,000 or so thoughts a day, and we don't jump on all of them, but we do have a choice in what we want to do with the things that pop into our heads. And that's where we have a boatload of control.
Exactly. So let's say that you are having 20 people over for a holiday dinner this month. And that's the circumstance. 20 people are showing up at 4:00 on a Saturday or something. It's your thoughts about it that are going to determine whether or not you are stressed or how you're going to handle the situation as it comes up. So one is, if I have a thought of, I can't believe everybody dumped this on me. I'm the one who got the short end of the straw. Everyone's coming over to my house. It's going to be overwhelming. It's going to be hard. And I'm never going to be ready. Then all of a sudden you have one big stress ball. If you have a neutral thought, more of, I will just plan it one step at a time and it will all come together, you will have less of a stress ball in front of you. So realize that if you are feeling stressed about any situation, it's what am I thinking about this situation that is causing me to feel stressed? And if I do have the freedom to pick any thought in the world, what are 5 different thoughts that I could have, still based in reality, that then would help me manage my stress?
You know, Jen, I don't know why. This just bumped into my head. There's this commercial that's on TV all the time. and I don't even know what the commercial's about, but it's some woman who's talking about, and I mean, I know Thanksgiving has passed, but some woman talking about starting to cook for Thanksgiving in October. Like right there, like that kind of situation would stress me. That would stress me out, having to think, oh my gosh, I need to plan that far ahead because it's my perception of that thing. Like somebody tells me to start cooking in October for Thanksgiving. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I would, in my head, that's like, oh my gosh, that's planning, and that too much planning would stress me out. But other people, what you talked about before, it depends on the circumstance. It depends on the person. That gives some people comfort. So it's knowing like, what is that thought that's going through your head at the time that you hear something or that something happens. Like Jen just said, okay, you're cooking for 20 people on a Saturday afternoon. What happens in your head when that thought is there? Because you get to create all of those thoughts. Well, you get to create what you want to do with all of those thoughts.
That's right. And so part of it is you have to ask yourself, what are the thoughts that I'm creating that is causing stress, right? So that is creating a feeling. So typically thoughts like worry, thoughts that create doubt, thoughts about uncertainty, and thoughts that create overwhelm are the ones that contribute to stress the most, right? Because that feels out of control. It feels that we're very uncertain about what it is that's going to happen. Worry is about coming up with all the what ifs of life. What if they don't like it? What if we all don't fit? What if I burn the turkey? What if I? So it's almost a projection of what could go wrong with nothing really to balance that out. So one of the things to do is to say, so what's the situation that is truly neutral, but then my thinking about it is creating the stress? And what are my thoughts specifically that is contributing to the stress, which are going to create feelings of worry, doubt, uncertainty, or overwhelm? It's a really great time to start to understand the relationship that you have with stress. Best way to do it is to evaluate the thinking that you have that may be contributing more to the situation than you even had any idea. There you have it, Kara.
That's it, Jen.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Kickstart Your Coaching Edge podcast. Craving more in-depth discussions? Check out the Get Real Inner Circle with our no BS in-crowd of coaches.
Join live coaching discussions, breakdowns of coaching calls, and have some fun while you're at it.
You're going to want to go to kickstartyouredge.com/inner circle. It's time to get real.